The studio light has failed. This has been on its way out for a while now, and then the other day I went to turn it off and this pulled down, but it doesn't go up again. So I guess it quit. Now the chain has been having some issues. It turns on okay, but then when you go to turn it off, it kind of jams up a little bit, and then you got to finagle it, and it'll eventually work. But it's been on its way out for some time, and I believe this is a newer fixture, so I'm not sure if the mode of failure was overload or it just chined it out. I do have quite a few lights plugged into this, the entire studio light set, which is 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, and then 150, maybe 160, and this is, I believe, 70 watts, so 160 plus 70 is, well, is somewhere around 250, which I don't think is more than these can handle. I believe these are rated, excuse me, at 660 watts, but chances are the contactor in there is probably not designed to handle this kind of a load despite the rating, and so it just kind of gave up. So I'm going to cut this fan off before I permanently cut it off with my head colliding into the blades, and I will go up here and take a look at the light. Now the good thing is I can plug in the rest of these lights here into just the outlet. Well, the cord doesn't reach. This one, however, should reach, so we can at least get some good lighting for the video. Okay, great. Now I have a little thing here for the repelling of pests. I'm not really sure how well those work, but so they seem to work okay. At least there's no mice in here. Take this bulb out, and take this out, and disconnect this. And then let's zoom this thing in so you can see what's going on. So let's see here. I've got a new fixture. This one is also made in China, and you can see on the pull string itself it has the 660 watts rating, and then the receptacle was rated for a full 15 amps. So in theory this should have more than enough power to fit the application here. So let's get this removed. Well, that's not in the right place. Oh, what? Okay, and go ahead and undo these connections. So here's the old fixture, and again this is rated at 660 watts. This one's also made in China by some brand called Sunlight, so they'll probably just China it out. Alright, I'll put the new one up here. Good. And this thing, this belongs on this fan. I don't know how this ended up on this light. It's not really what I want to be there, but I don't know where the original one that was on there used to be like I don't understand where it went. Well, anyways, I'll get a different chain in my cabinet here. Oh, the thing, I think it may be in here in this box. It used to be something like this. Here it is. I believe this is what was on there. And I kind of want that to be back on there. So, that one over there. So let's get something here that's the right length. Of course, all these pieces are going to be too small. That's probably why the thing kept breaking in the first place, because it's got so many, you know, the chain, it fell off because there was so many pieces held together. Alright, let's see, try that. Let's see if this is going to work. I don't think this is going to be quite long enough. No, it's got to be one more. It's too small. This one isn't working properly. And then this just kind of goes on here like this. And one more connector to connect it up at the top. Okay. So I'll connect this up now. And I'll screw in the light, or actually this has to go in first. And this is the wrong kind. It shouldn't have a chain on it, but it's a different story. And actually, you know what? I'm going to test it with something I don't particularly care about that much, like this stinking LED light bulb. This way if it blows up I don't lose my studio light. No, I don't expect it to blow up, but you never know. Okay, I'm going to plug it in now. And it's live. That seems to work okay. I'm not terribly thrilled with the recall of this pull string. It's not the greatest. And actually we could go without this last piece of chain. It's a little bit too long. Ugh, I can't get this thing off. Oh, for heaven's sakes, it's always something. Get off. Alright, you know what? This is really getting out of hand. I can't get this stinking thing off of here. Ah, there we go. Got it off. Okay, so I'll put this back in here. And then this can go back in here. And this, for whatever it's worth, can go back in there. And this goes back in here. And then this gets plugged in over here. Okay. So now the entire thing should come on and go off like it used to. So that's good. The studio light has now been repaired. And I'll do another video of this one that failed, and see if we can figure out why this failed, and perhaps repair it if possible.